So recently, New Caledonia held a referendum for independence. Spoilers, they didn't win. Why? Why? I wanted a new country so that I could see how Donald Trump freaking. The US have some of the most important history in the world, like the Civil War, the Revolutionary War, the World War II, and a lot of presidents. A lot. But there are definitely some states that contribute more to the history than some. So here's basically a rundown of the top, or just basically 10 of them. Not in any particular order, but just 10 of them. Number 10, just 10, 10, 10. Louisiana, specifically New Orleans, the city, is one of the most important parts of this history area of the United States. It's claimed by a bunch of Europeans, specifically the French, because of the Louisiana Purchase. It's even named after them, but it's also taken by the Spanish and the British, and has a lot of artifact even left in there, plus the war and a bunch of other stuff. Number 9999999, Massachusetts, specifically Boston, traced many details through the English and many other colonies through the 1630 Puritan colonist tribe. It has many historical buildings like the Old Granary and the Cups Hill Burial Ground, and contains some of the oldest state house architecture and the oldest public school building in the city, dating 1713, and is home to the King Charles Freedom Trail, Boston Tea Party, and the Plymouth Colony, which is the origin of Thanksgiving, coming really soon. The next one. You know this one's gonna be on the list. Yep, it's New York. New York is one of the most historical states. It was part of the 13th colony, and states that were part of the 13th colony tend to have original 13. But New York is also home to many dukes, bridges, and many immigration from the Ellis Island, which is home to many newspaper stations and news and all these informations, and it's also the home of the One World Trade bombing and the 9/11. Number 7. Maryland faces many historical events like the Civil Revolution and many slavery acts and has many historical tribes that have come to Maryland along with the Delaware line. It's even known as the Old Line State and has leader area of many buried soldiers there too. Next one is Georgia, which holds one of the highest historical moments in the South. It was a slave state like many of the other Confederate states, and had close neighbors with Alabama in the slave act. It was one of the 13 colonies and has many impacts and changes through agricultures and the inventions like the Coca-Cola and the cotton farmers, and it's home to Martin Luther King Jr. Next, New Mexico, the state with the Pueblo, the ancient civilization, the Mexican conquest. There's a reason it's called New Mexico, but not like New Ecuador or some other country like that. And the Spaniard, the tank. There's a lot. With such big states, you would have expect this to be on the list. Yes, Texas has a high history of the Archive War, the Mexican-American War, and all the university and the big stuff, and it even used to be a country. Next on the list, we have one of the smallest and most forgotten state in the United States of America. I'm of course talking about Delaware, which is home to many tribes like the Lenape and the Algonquins, and also has been taken over by many other civilizations like in Pennsylvania, and was also taken by Maryland and the tribe, and has civil rights revolutions, many wars, many attacks, and many counties. Pennsylvania, mainly Philadelphia, was one of the most important states in the U.S. history. It was the place where the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution was signed. It was also one of the 13 colonies. It has adopted the Slavery Acts and the Turning Point Civil Wars, cruise ship, and vaccine, as well as many creation and Liberty Bell. You all know that. I know this video isn't a list, but the last one here is one of the most historical states. Probably the most historical state, even called one of the most historical state, is Virginia. It's the birthplace of almost every Washington, like George Washington, George W. Washington, and creates many expedition, colonies, split wars, Commonwealth establishment, and many governmental area, and was even technically one part of the capital of Washington, D.C. So, there you have it. Do you agree? Do you don't agree? Do you think that I'm just rambling on like a freaking idiot? Well, I'm done. Anyway, so thanks for watching.